I'm like, oh my God, I can't remember how to do this. What? Oh my God, I can't remember. What? How do I do this? Okay, phew, here we go. I've got the control room up. Reese is here. Um, Hi, Reese. Hello, Reese. So I guess we're going to be playing a 7-pointer. No more speed. Speed kills. So I just clicked randomly on this match. Philip Simborg and Tatonka. So let's come out of here. What's up? I just don't remember how to get things working anymore. But because I couldn't manage to get it working, I was just sort of testing it out. Now it looks like the screen is frozen. No? Okay. Now I'm on there. Now I'm there. Hopefully you can hear me. Um, Reese is going to be ready. And I've been just doing third roll positions for the past 3 months. That's basically it. So if you go to Backgammon Studio, there's a training track, and it trains you on third roll positions. So I've been doing pretty much that, and obviously not playing so much. Medid. But does anyone want to play? Come on, let's play. Let's play. So did I put normal? Satam? No, he's not really. 2653. I guess that's. I'm going to wait for other people to. Maybe other people will join. Maybe I will put a little note on. Reese can't play. Okay. Put a little note on. Hate doing this. On the Facebook page. On the backgammon news or strategy. And now I need to get a link. How do I get a link? A linky. I just can't remember how to do anything. So where do I get open link? Copy link. So I'm just going to post this. I am live now on my channel. If anyone would like point. Oops. Okay, so I put that there. Hopefully people will join. I would like to play someone that's like around my rating, 3,000 or whatever. I'm wearing my nice winter jumper. I slept well. Got a little bit of time on my hands. Reese, if you're still there, can you just let me know that you can hear me? This was the perennial worry. Okay. Later on, we got the Janu Cup, which I'm commentating on. But I think the UK has already basically been destroyed. But I could be wrong. I don't know. Seems like the score is heavily in the US's favor. Dude. How about, if anyone's watching, can you write your name in the chat box? Maybe dude's watching. Maybe if you're watching, I'm more inclined to play you. Moza, is that John? If that's this guy, if it's the same guy, okay, let's play him. Okay. 3-2, I always do that. Yeah, if this is the guy that he got through to the last 16 or last 8 fighters in Monte Carlo. Oops, didn't click. So everyone knows that you hit, strip the 8 point. 3-2, I will hit back. 3-1, he just makes the anchor. I want to make the 11 point here. I don't think I need to make the anchor, but if I make the 11, then I have to come out with the 6 from the 21 point, which would leave the man on the 23 point behind, which I don't want. Where are we? But I'm going to do it. I'd already decided. So I think the most important thing is to protect the man on the 11, because that's the checker that you least want hit. Thanks, Reese. So this is still already difficult. I mean, maybe he wants to play 13-5. He's behind in the race. Maybe this, duplicating ones. So I'm ahead, so I just come out and escape. I don't think I need to think about hitting. But I'm already confused. There's a lot going on here. Is that right? So if he's behind, can he afford to give up the 22 point? Oh, there's no time. I mean, hitting could buy me time. I'm not desperate to hit. I'm so far up. He's playing like instantly, which is annoying. So I'm 27 pips up, and he's got no board. He's just going to watch how he snap takes this. I can cube this. I don't think I need to hit, but I'm not sure. Feels like getting hit back is just annoying. So I would have been hit back. He's just playing instantly. I'm still wondering if this is the guy that played in Monte Carlo. I can just ask him. Alright, Johan. How about that for an idea? So Do I want to take a checker off the... I don't think I can clear anything. So now I have to take a checker. Yeah. But yeah, he's really strong. I mean, he's probably, yeah, better than me, I would say. Three, two. I can keep the two checkers on the 8, which I think I want to do. And that clears. So my problems are solved. Pretty much. In other words, the chances of getting into an awkward chances of getting into an awkward structure are pretty low. Having said that, 4-3 isn't the best roll. So my goal here is to get the checkers pronto off the 8 and 7 point. I wish there were arrows which would, or I wish the numbers of the points were there so that people knew. It's not immediately obvious which points are what. So when I refer to the 8 point, it's not immediately obvious what I'm referring to. So it's obviously 6-4 does leave more chances of me leaving the shot next go. So this is Johan. Yon. Sometimes they seem to kind of collapse away the vowels in Scandinavian languages so that it's not actually Johan, but just Yun. This is Jon Must. And he's just a really strong player. He's like probably about a 3.8, something like that. He lost to Fernando Bracconi in the World Championships this year. I think it was the round of 16 in the second chance. I commentated on it with Phil Simborg. Hey, Liv, nice to see you. I love it when people say hi, so it shows that they're not embarrassed to tell the world that they're watching. So another 3-2, 6-2, because he's 2-0 down. He goes for the gusto, goes for the throat. So this is right 1. I think I have to hit twice. Why I breathe like a sighs? Because I immediately know that I don't know what the right play is. But if I don't hit twice, obviously it's strong. I'd make the 5 point or even the 3 point. But he could just come in and make the bar with some 6s. It's the ones that don't fan. So that's not great for me. So if I do hit twice, what do I do with the last 3? Tempted not to leave too many blots. This, I don't know, is right. I mean, I would have to take a lot more time on it. Because coming to the 10 point leaves extra builders. 6-1, I can make the 15, but I think because he's got 4 checkers back, which I would be really severely priming, I think it's much more valuable to make the 5 point. I mean, I think that's pretty obvious. 6-3, I don't know whether he can afford to hit. Probably, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. Even at this score, so score plays a huge role in checker plays. So the score here is in his favor, effectively, meaning that he's down in the score and he can afford to play aggressively. And often the score just dictates the right checker play or has a huge influence on it. And also talking about the score, if this was a normal score, as in if it was 0-0, I could probably cube. It would be an easy take, I guess, but because I'm 2-0 up, that gives you, it sort of solves the problem of whether to cube or not, and it tells you that it probably isn't a cube, just because of the score. 6-5 is good to some extent, but you fear getting hit back by... Okay, and now, having spoken about the score, it can still easily be too good. I'm almost 50 pips up. I've got 4s and 3s to hit and 5s to hit in the outfield. Doesn't seem like there's any way that this can't be too good. It's just so much power. I almost pressed the double button by mistake. And then you think about whether there's any sequence of rolls after which you wouldn't be able to double him out and then claim a point. I didn't have enough time to see that. Now it is getting a little bit annoying because I think I have to hit, and if he hits me back with a 2, I'm going to have to reconsider my position. But the other thing to note, 6-5 is going to hit and cover. The other thing to note is... What's the other thing to note? I just don't like playing on because... Okay, let's... Suppose... I think he has to hit on the 3-point. And now this is when it becomes difficult for him. So it's like it's been too good for a long time, and well, let's talk about what the actual correct cube action is. Problem in his position, yes, he's got like oodles of timing. The problem is with his position is that I can just come in and make the 8-point on the 7-point, in which case he doesn't have a great sort of structure to play with. He's only got 6 checkers on the outside, which he can use and he can hit me with. But once they get sent back, they're going to be primed. So my instinct is it's definitely an easy take. But when I make comments about trouble with his position, they're to kind of bolster me into doubling. Because I should be a bit cautious about doubling. Because I'm 2-0 up. In other words, there's no doubt he's going to snatch this. I really don't know if it's a double. So I've got 2s and 1s to... It's interesting, he's taking time. Okay, I was wrong about him taking. Again, being completely uncertain. I'm definitely rating his play, so I trust his judgment a little bit, so I can't be sure that that was a take, but I thought it was 3-1-6-4, so okay, fine. He's ahead in the race because he rolled a 6-4, 5-4. Don't really want to make the 2-point. I think I have to take my chances and run all the way, even though I'm behind in the race. The alternative is I can slot the 4-point. Could be a play. Does that make sense? "13 pips down, why would I run?" Especially as it does give him all 3s and some other stuff like very good double 6s and all sorts of things. And then kind of ruled out the 2-point already. And I don't know, threes are sort of duplicated. Those are tricky positions, but what I look at is race, is the race, and usually it doesn't really make sense to race when you're behind. So another tricky one, I can just go to the 18 and play 6 to 4. Yeah, the other thing I'm thinking about is I've kind of rejected making the 2 point because it leaves an ugly gap. The strength of this roll is that it makes the 2 point. Maybe I will just do this. Kind of it's anti-thematic because I'm behind in the race, so it doesn't really make sense to run. And then if I had time, I would consider what his rolls did. So by going to the bar, I give him some good sixes. Does he have sixes otherwise? Well, yes, he would have a 6-5 to make the... Oh, what did he do there? Okay. Well, being 3-0 up, I don't think I can cube. I mean, if I fan, it's a disaster. If I come in with like a 2-1, it's a disaster. If I come in with a 1-3, it's not great. So it can certainly go right. Just seems right then to make the point. If I come down to the 9-point, give him a good 5-2, 6-2, which he doesn't necessarily have. $17. Problem is I just don't have enough time to talk. 6-2, I think he'll come out and make the 7-point, and then I have to decide. That was a really bad sequence for me, whether or not I'm going to be taking. Well, after 6-5, obviously I'm going to be taking. He could still cube. Okay, that probably... Oh, okay. I was about to say that after that sequence, it would be an easy pass for me. Now, after this sequence, it could again be a difficult cube decision, but that 2-4 has made it easier. He could cube, but his 4s are severely duplicated. So after this 3-1, my cube decision could be difficult. Not after that 5-3. If I come out, I give him 5s. If I stay, I give him 4s. Well, I have to make this. I would like to make the 9, but I think I have to make the 22-point. He comes out from the back. So as far as cube action's concerned, I should be okay for the moment. I mean, could I have come out there? I'm way up in the race. So he'll make the 16 and come down to the 10, and then I'm going to have to hit him if I kind of get lucky enough, and it's going to be awkward. Okay, that's a comfortable roll. So you can split rolls into whether they're comfortable or uncomfortable, if you like. I think he could just come into the 6 again. Okay, that's pretty comfortable. I could just make the deuce. Well, I can make the deuce like this. Okay. Again, no cube decisions for a while, maybe. I think he has to get some outfield coverage, so that gets me off the hook. That gets him off the hook. I don't think I can double this. Being 3-0 up. I don't know, actually. Maybe maybe it was. It's gonna be way too good. Yeah, maybe it was. Maybe it was. Don't know whether he can come out here. I don't know whether it's too good. 6-5. I got 10 seconds. Again, I don't know whether it's too good. Did I miss a cube? Okay, he's got an anchor. I really don't want to be cubing here, but I'm getting nervous because of time. So at this score, I think that with a 4-3, you hit and you come up. Okay, now I'm just going to be passing pretty much everything. If I roll 5-1 is a pass. 6-5 is probably too good. I mean, he really cubed that very quickly. I think that's too good. So, double 2, he just makes 2 points. What? This I don't know. Got 6 seconds. And after that, again, could be passing. Okay, lucky me. Might end up timing out, but hopefully I haven't lost the match. There were some interesting decisions there. Don't care too much if I time out. Yeah. I guess I have to take, like, he can roll 5-4 or something like that. 5-3 is good. If I roll a 5, can I make the anchor? I suppose he's thinking about solving the bar, but I wouldn't. Could have made the 2. This is tricky. I think he just wants to spread them out. I don't think he wants to come up because then I will just give me a good 4 or 3. Yeah, I would like to split. Oh, he would have escaped anyway. Maybe this is bad because I just don't want to get second man sent back to get gammoned. I've got 1 second. So I'm going to try and get the man on the 23 point on the 22 point. Or like this. Yeah, the 5-1 was very tricky. So with rolls like that, you need time. Suppose I'll bring it in. So he cleared the 10 point. Was that right? I don't know. You should just make the deuce. The 1, I don't know. This is tricky because, oh, okay, he can do that. Now keeping some sort of ball allows him to attack. Don't know what he should do here. Feels like he can't hit, but it just gives me too much. It gives me an immediate 3. Okay, what do you... I think he made the right play. I mean, I don't know. It felt wrong to hit. It felt wrong. Another match with 1 second. So yeah, when some people play online, they sort of. I don't get this because I'm not like this. They play kind of a bit loose and unconcentratingly or unconcentratedly, and it feels like Jin is a bit like this. Oliver thinks he should have hit. Okay. 6-4, yeah, he shouldn't run, for example. So I'm surprised because. Okay, that's the worst double six. So even though it's going to be 3-away, 4-away, I can cube this. I don't think you can even take. This could just be too good. Probably not. But he'll pass. These are tricky. They were, but they've become. As you play more of those 3-away, 4-away ones, you do manage to see that there are some positions that you can cube. What the fuck am I trying to say? So it's 4-away, 2-away. Yeah, I think he should hit. So the one he could have played 6-3. I think I can just play safe. I'm down in the race. Oh, I'm down to 0 seconds. I thought I had 0. All right, let's analyze. Yeah, he didn't play well at all. I played 24. All right, let's do it on here. Or not. I think I played well. I don't think I made any big mistakes, but there were some interesting positions there. Reese thinks he should have hit with the thingy. I mean, Oliver thinks. I want to get the match. Can't find anything. Okay, yeah, let's download it. Where is it? If you give me 1 sec, should be able to do this. But for the moment, let's go back. Let's go back and have a look in Galaxy. So 3-2. What was happening here? I took an inordinate amount of time over these. Yeah, he made some strange plays here. I thought he should have played 13-5. Hello? Double one. This was an awkward position for me to play because he had the 16. And then I kind of quit that he would just snatch it. It was actually a small pass. Felt right not to hit. Could have played 13-11, 8-5. Livia, you're next. And then this is awkward, and then double six. Okay, so I shouldn't have made the 3-point. Yeah, oh, what am I doing? That was a big mistake. Should have just got the checkers off the 8-point. Okay, fine. Boring. It's getting a bit sluggish. So what was right with this double 3? Going to the 15 with the last 3. So you have to hit twice. 6-1, maybe that's obvious. He hit, which was fine, but he could have played 24-21, 13-7. I wasn't sure whether the hit was right. Just opening XG. I hit back. What happened? He fanned. I thought it was too good, and it was... That's strange. It wasn't close to too good. It wasn't close to too good. Was anyone else playing on there? Like to get it up in XG. Here we go. Isn't that better? Feels like a different match. I don't know if I can get it full screen though. We can do that though. Put that. So just going the other way around. Or not. Let's 6-1. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, you can hear me. So this wasn't close to too good. So ooh, do I see that or not? Just a huge exertion of the score factor. Becomes hard to believe so much in the difference that the score exerts, but it does. So even if you're like 0-0 to 7, the thing is that you don't really want to win a gammon on a 1 cube so much because it doesn't gain you that many extra winning chances. And now you're 2-0 up. So question the difference between being 3-0 up and 4-0 up. Yeah, he passed this. This was like... I don't know whether this is going a bit too sort of deep, but what it's like... Oh, I played really badly. I was dawdling about wondering whether this is a cube and thought it might be. And then I was kind of surprised he passed. But the thing is that when someone good does something, you tend to credit them with having made the right decision, or you think, well, because they're good, you know, that it's possible that what they did was correct. Anyway, moving on to this 6-3, I should have just run. Making the 2-point was okay. Why is going to the 4-point so bad? Probably because you still need to escape your back men. I don't really know, even though you're behind. And I should have hit on the 2-point. Okay, those were difficult, so I didn't know the answer to those. Then he should have cubed. This 5-1 I didn't see. Okay. Yeah, not much to say. Yeah, I missed big cube here. So I think the thing is, if you just don't manage to roll a 3, that you're so far up in the race. If you don't roll a 3, then you're likely to roll something that comes out from the back. So I'm not too upset about this. I probably would have cubed with more time, I think. It's always annoying when you miss a cube. There's something about... And then, yeah, okay, this was a big too good. This was or wasn't too good. It was very close. This double 2, I mean, I don't know why he did that. But it's just... Yeah, I'm not like... I could have passed this. Really tricky with 1 second. But I got lucky. Yeah, this was where I wanted to split. This is like the most difficult move of the game for me because it's sort of like the biggest concern. Where if I did make the split, I would be really concerned it could be a huge, huge blunder because of the score. And so how do I improve? Well, maybe by seeing that he doesn't have that many checkers to attack me with. Or maybe by seeing that it's just of so much importance to get those 2 men off the 23 that you have to take the chance, even at this score. So these are the ways that we improve, by kind of spotting things in positions which can stick in our minds. I kind of went for a bit of a random play. This is a bit like the 6-3 that just doesn't really make sense. It doesn't really make sense to slot when you're up in the match, offering another checker for the chopping block. It's easy to say now I can see the computer analysis, but yeah, we can only do things after the event. This was too good. He ran. Look at bad. I mean, making it a 41 at the beginning is quite big. When you think that you can't really go wrong, and then okay, that was that. Okay, so fine. Now I'm going to play Live You. I'm wondering whether I'm going to go with a casual just so I can talk. And I'm kind of inclined just to play one match well because I haven't played so well because of time constraints. So I'm going to sort of bore Live You to pieces. Oh. But going to try and give myself the opportunity of playing well and just talking through. Hopefully it shouldn't be too boring, but there's so much to say. So I'm going to go for casual. RF has snuck back on the top. I don't know how he does it. Well, I know that he doesn't. I shouldn't really say anything because I'm not altogether legit. Whatever. So we're going to go. No, I'm just kidding about that. RF is back on the top. Of course, I'm joking. Akel BG, ZZ, Wilkes, the Rebel. I don't know who Domovoy is. Isn't that one of the airports in Moscow? Shot by Justin is Justin. Don't know who Conan the Barbarian is. Don't know who Boo Boo is. Okay, what's your nickname, Live You? He's back. Hey, Mackenzie. Costin, I don't know. Petco, David Presser, Harcourt, I don't know. Beata Bow, I don't know. Zed is like Zamanian, Alex Zamanian? Don't know him though. TVBG, Timo. Al Salik is Tristan Remy, I think. So yeah, come on. Nointatia, where are you? No audio. Is there no audio? I think there is audio. I think you've just got it turned down. Speedy81. Yeah, click on me. Seven-point casual. I'm Snewer. I don't think you clicked on me. Speedy81. Okay, great. All right. Let's go. So 6-4. Good match, good match. You don't have to write it. Come on, just make it play. It's gonna be like a nice honoured to play you, Simon. Good game. Okay, just a good game. Good game. Good game. Liviu plays at St Albans where I play. He's a really lovely guy. He's a good guy. Oh, he's younger than me. Everyone's younger than me. So 6-4 he runs. Double 4 I think is always this. I mean, no reason to stay back. Could make the 5 point, but then you stay back. I hope I haven't got it wrong. 4-2, yeah, usually people make the 4, I guess I would. He doesn't want to get hit, so I'm a favourite. I suppose you make the 4 because if you get hit here... Let's say he gets hit from... I hit him from the anchor. Well, he's got the 4 point now, he can attack me and stuff like that. Again, I don't really understand. So many things I don't understand in backgammon, and one of the things is this one, why you don't just play safe. Because a beginner would play safe, it just makes sense to play safe, but we don't think it's right to play safe. Now it's got to be right to play safe, because you can't really improve your position, or maybe you can actually by playing 24-21. He's thinking about it though. I mean, I was always inclined to play like 14-11 here with the logic of like, well, trying to entice my opponent off the anchor. Oops, sorry. But playing safe, well, I mean, he's down in the race. So what does playing safe achieve? I don't know. Maybe I'll just click and make my move and stop talking about that move. But it's interesting. You definitely don't want to stack 6 men on the mid. That's for sure. Okay, so I'm favourite because I've got an advanced anchor and a 4 prime, but I'm only 4 pips up. And I can roll something like this. So it's interesting. One of the small reasons I tend not to want to play 13-7 like this is because I allow my opponent a very good double 4, but only when I don't have the 9 point. So the fact that I've got the 9 point now means that his double 4 is blocked. And it's like a minor consideration because generally he's not going to hit with double 4 here very much of the time compared to when he hits with 1s. But then I'm inclined now to play 6-5 because I want to unstack. And I was going to rule it out completely, but let's say he just hits with a 1. Well, I can just come back in and roll a 1 and make the 5 point. So I think, having thought that it was probably not the right move, I'm probably going to do it. I have to leave a shot, so I have to play something like 13-8. Can't play 6-1. Not going to break the prime. Six-4 run, 4-4, 4-2. You want to make the point because it's likely to miss. Some of his hits are awkward. Wait, let me make this move and then read your comment. But it seems like it's very helpful. I need to really consider the downside though of solving the. I mean, I'm going to do this. I know this is a bit of a get out clause by saying I don't think it might not be right, but. So what I needed to consider before making the play is what happens when he hits. Yeah, he probably shouldn't have played 6-4 just because it's very unlikely to be right. It could still be right because you don't want to leave a shot, but I doubt it. But yeah, going back 3-4 is kind of forced. I think now I'm behind in the race. Well, the downside of obviously of him hitting the 4 is that I get sent back, I lose ground in the race, and that it gives him a chance to come out because he comes to the edge of the prime. So that's obvious. So maybe now we've kind of elucidated the downsides. Can't remember what he rolled now. What did he do? Maybe it starts to seem not very prudent to play 6-5. So I don't know what he's going to play. 6-1. We've seen what he likes to do. He doesn't like to leave shots. And now it's kind of obvious, even though I'm like 14 pips down, I should cube because what we notice here, I wonder if this is going to work. Yeah, it is. What we notice is that if he comes in, he hasn't got, his 6s are going to have to play here onto an empty point, so they're going to leave shots. His 5s are going to have to play here, assuming he can't play the 5 from here when he comes in. So it just makes the doubling decision pretty easy. I mean, it could be a pass, I don't know, but just looking for things to make my decisions easier. And of course he's got like 3 checkers. Double 6 is really bad, but not even that bad. Didn't see that it hit. Okay, this is not easy. It's not bad, but now it's difficult to play. So if I could make the prime, I don't think I would hit, but obviously I can't because nothing covers the man on the 7 point. And what I don't like about hitting is obviously the last 4. So it seems like you have to hit. I mean, maybe that's just obvious. And then it seems like you played 2014, but you lose your anchor, but you don't really care so much about it. It's so difficult about your anchor. I mean, the other thing I'm considering is playing 7-1, but then that leaves 1s and 4s. So if you consider a number that he rolls like 3-1 and you've slotted the ace point, well then he just plays bar 24 and covers. Whereas if you'd just done this, he can hit you on the 21, but then he's got a block. Okay. I'm going to go with the normal play, which I guess most people would do. Just difficult. Just difficult. But yeah, his cube decision there was just a bit random. I mean, it could well have been a take, but he just didn't really think through it. You could tell by the timing. Okay, would he have I don't think he would have double hit if I'd kept the anchor. So this is like the downside of not keeping anchors. Wow, that's definitely a Romanian play. Definitely a Romanian play. Alexandra thinks slot the 3. I don't know, because then you would just be leaving another block. I did see that and I eliminated that because I didn't want to leave another block. But it definitely could have been right. Okay, now you should just either play on or cube. So I just want to check before I make a huge blunder. I mean, it looks like a big pass because I've got 2 in the air. And, well, let me retract. I can definitely win the game. Okay, we will see about that, Alex. You seem certain. I think the certainty, you're probably right. Keeping anchors is always strong. This is like, again, this is what happened because I left the anchor. So I can definitely win the game, but the problem is I can definitely get gammoned, and it's just an even score. I don't really want to get gammoned on a 4 cube when I can just pass. So even if he rolls something like 2-1, well, he's just got lots of numbers that are going to hit me on the 5 point. And the only bad thing for him is when he doesn't manage to do that, when he rolls something like 2-1 or 4-1, things that don't hit me. Yeah, I mean, I'm just checking, but I've got time, so it's like an easy pass, but I can definitely still win this game. Definitely. So I'm trying to think of the other double threes. This. Trying to think of the other thing I did wrong. 5-6 is coming out. So 6-2 double 3 5-6. This is an easy play. I have to split while he's on the bar. 5-2, I don't know. Maybe he's 2-0 up. Yeah, it's difficult. But I was just trying to marry and just read your comment about 6-4, run 4-4. 6-2. It wasn't 6-2, it was 4-2. Yeah, 6-4-4-4-2. And you said you want to make the point because he is likely to miss. Well, hitting with a 2 is not costly, and I'm not. I mean, likely to miss isn't really. I'm not sure if I buy that. So, and what was the third? The 4 point is big. Yeah, the 4 point is big. I think that's the main thing. I think 6-2-3-3 or 6. Why not 6-4-3-3 or 6-3-3-3 as well? I think it's close, but it depends what the trailing score is. No, I think it's always close or right to being close just to make the bar. It could be a tiny bit right at some scores. So yeah, I like his not hitting, especially because he's 2-0 up. Obviously, I've got an advantage, but not enough. And now being 2-0 down, 7 away, 5 away, I don't need much to cube. Let's see rolls of 5-1, 4-1. Don't know how you should play it. 6-1's a disaster. 1-6-2-6 a disaster. 3-6 is kind of okay. Obviously, his best rolls are like 4-3. Double 4 must be better now than 4-3. 4-2 is better than average, maybe. And I don't know how he should have played the 2, because now this gives me a lot of stuff to hit with. I assume he's just going to take without thinking. Probably a take. Okay, he's not thinking. And can this be a pass? Possibly. It's really difficult. I mean, for money, it's just comfortable take. I don't know. I can't say more than that. Probably still a double. So if it's like a just a smallish double for money, then it's probably still a take at this score. I think. So wait, what was Oliver right about hitting in the last? in the last... Okay, he does pass. Let me just have a look. I don't think he was. Sorry, just going back to the last match. And so this was the hit or not. It was close. It was close. How close is it? It's very close. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so he passes. If I had to go one way or the other, I would say it was not a pass. Okay, you all think it's a pass. That's interesting because, like I said, I would, if I had to say, I would lean towards taking. And I like to pass at scores like this because I think the score has a massive effect. But okay, 6-5, yeah. Sort of making this weak anchor, but it does have some, definitely has some value when he's still got 5 checkers on the 6 point. Stops him from blitzing you with a random double 5 or double 3, especially when you've got a blot on the other side of the board. Okay, double 4, you're gonna hit. And again, it's like, well, why wouldn't you just make the 14? And these are difficult questions to answer. And if you answer, well, the 4 point's strong, it kind of doesn't really answer the question. But it is the shorthand answer. I mean, now I get hit back. Should have made the 14. Again, one of these. Backgammon is a series of like these distinct decisions. This is one of those double 5s where you can come round and not hit, which is seeming to be wrong because I'm not going to be that far up in the race. Well, I'm going to be 25 pips up, but the fact is he's got a kind of an attacking position, so I can just hit and stop him from attacking. Too many blots. 1, 2. I've got to admit, I don't know this. So if I hit on the ace, am I going to come to the 15? Probably yes. Two one down. That has plays a role, meaning you probably want to hit. But now, having said I'm going to come out with the last 5, I now want to stay. Doesn't make sense though, because I noticed that it gives him good 2, 6, 3, 6, 5, 6. Even if he rolls like something like a 3-2, you kind of prefer being hit in the outfield. But the natural play is just down and hit on the ace, and this is why it's kind of valuable. This is why it's kind of valuable taking oodles of time, because it just shows you what you really know from what you kind of just play by instinct. Yeah, but don't tell me. Just don't tell me what to play. but I was most likely going to hit, and now the natural play, I mean, coming out, I don't really understand why it would be wrong. So therefore, to learn something, I should just come out. Maybe you want to anchor, so maybe it's better to stay back. Oh, I'm really torn. Okay. So 5-1 would have got hit in the outfield. So the question is it better there to get hit in the outfield or inboard? And like, the starting point is you prefer to get hit inboard because you've got more returns. But then you've got to look at, so what I'm looking at now is when I get him hit inboard, how many of my numbers are duplicated? So I've got 5s and 3s to hit him on my side of the board, which are duplicated here, which is really bad, which means that I probably, it wasn't that good to get hit inboard for me. It was better, it was good, converse, it was good for him to hit me inboard. So it didn't come at much risk, and the gain is much greater because he can just make the point. So in any case, am I going to double? I still haven't worked out, made up my mind. I mean, if I don't roll a 5 or a 3, so go through all these numbers, like start with double 1. Okay, it's pretty good. 1 2 is okay. 1 3 is good. 1 4 is okay. 5 1 is very good. Double 2 is okay. 2 3 is okay. Okay, so when you go through the numbers, you really build up a picture quickly. And those numbers I've gone through almost all pretty good. Now 3 4 is one of the bad ones, but you can still, if you really want to, hit on the 2 point. Double 4 is obviously bad. 5 4 is not. 6 4 is fans. And then double 4 5 4 6 4. And what have we not done? 3s 3 4 3 5 5 3 3 6. Okay, I've seen enough. But it just doesn't feel like it's a double. So having done that exercise, but he's got like the 4 point, and he can just anchor back up. So just going to get a chewing gum. It could be a double, but the take is really easy because so why does it take really easy? Because when I hit, he can just come back in. Or let's say what I can say for certain. At this score, it can't be too bad to double. So 1 4 is like one of the numbers that I thought was good. And then if he anchors, okay, well that's just the fan is very unlikely. So you've got to have the hit to start with. The hit to start with, and then the fan, which is really unlikely. What's going on? Yeah, and even now he's got something. So even now, after that hideous sequence, he can squirm his way into like a double anchor game. It doesn't matter that he's got awkward 4 checkers on the 8 point. He's fine. Not going to spend too much time on this play. I don't really know, but I think if he just makes the 3 point, I'm much happier to have escaped. And now I think it's legitimate to consider hitting loose, seeing that he's got such a weak board. But it's usually not right. So am I going to have to do something like this? Leave him a double 2. See, if I leave the checker on the 10 point, then double 3 closes the board. So I'm just going to do it. Yeah, it's no worries. It's not 3 away, 4 away, but it is the double 1 was interesting. Could play relatively safe here and not hit, but sees a lot of shots. 2-6, 2-5, 4-6, 4-5, double 4. It's like 9 shots, 4-1. If I do this, it's 13. I think this is probably better. Such an awkward number. And now I've used up a lot of energy. This is what happens. I just kind of don't really want to think too hard about this, but it's fine. I've only got 8 minutes left, so I can conserve some time for thinking. Do want to clear the bar, but I don't think it's worth leaving a shot. I mean, my chances of clearing the bar are going to be quite high anyway, so I'll do it now. I don't know about that. Seems right to prepare to clear, so this is obviously going to leave a double 6, 6-4, double 5, but that's just not very much. And probably worth it, for the gain from doing that is huge. Maybe I shouldn't. Yeah, maybe I should just do this. So now double 6, double 5 are okay. It makes sense, but something tells me it's not right to do that. You should just take a checker off. Again, this is where instinct goes against reason. I mean, I don't understand why this would be right, but especially as you're going to win a gammon anyway. All you need to do is just not get hit. Again, kind of want to take a checker off, but it doesn't. That would be too much. So by playing 5-1, I've got every chance of clearing the 5 point, and when I do clear the 5 point, I leave a reasonable structure, so that's got to be okay. Same problem again, like, it's tempting me with taking checkers off, but it just leaves a bad structure. So this time I'm not going to do it. Clearing points is just huge in these positions. I mean, after taking this long, I'll be upset with anything that's above 0.5. But it's really not. The PR's like, it's kind of deceptive because you can play badly and have a low PR. Does happen. Oh, what? What happened in the end? Okay. I got time for one more maybe, but let's. What happened? He got backgammoned. This is where you double. Oh, I'm gonna open it in XG. I don't know where I went wrong. What's going on? Okay, so it's opening now. So he ran with a 6-4, double 4, then this 4-2 is 45. One of the reasons it's right not to get it safe is because you're not ahead in the race. So you're not going to be able to win just by racing that much. And also you've got one checker back. So even if you were ahead in the race, you've got that massive liability of a checker back. So maybe just the strategy, the game plan is to do something else. Like, doesn't gain you that much by running that checker. So 6-1 I did that, and then I did this with the 5-1. 6-6 was right. You mean you were right? Obviously you're not going to tell me I was right. Clearly not. This is like the 6-1 play made. Oh, it was massively too good. Where was the 6-6? So here's the 2-1. So the right 2-1 is just to come up to the 21 point. We have to trust more that we don't need to safety our men all the time, especially when it just doesn't really, it's not going to help us. Like, why are you safetying the man on the 24 point? On the 14 point, you're not, it doesn't, the best way to win the game is to escape the back man, which is partly why making the 4 point is better than than safetying the man from the 14. Yes, I was right. Okay, so this is my 5-1. What's going on? Why is it showing initial? Yeah. Doesn't like 6-5. Just because, like, now we know that the game plan was to escape that back man. It makes perfect sense that you shouldn't give him a chance to get to the edge of the prime, even if it does unstack, which is really nice. And then he played the 2 to the 4 point, which is safe, but no one ever does it. I didn't catch this quickly enough. Like the 4-2 again, it's just always wrong. The starting point is to know it's always wrong to do something like clear the 4 point here, clear the 8 point. And then it takes a long time to really understand why. Like, you have to know exactly how the games progress in both variations, and that's difficult. But how can you explain to someone it's better to leave a shot? Doesn't make sense. But obviously when we get to a certain standard, we just know. But then the real challenge is to like understand. You guys were right, it was a pass. So Alexandria was actually right that making the 3 point was, solving the 3 point was better. I don't really know why. Maybe just because you want to make the 3 point, so looks a bit big, but he's got nothing. Okay, so this was really difficult because I felt that after leaving the anchor I'd screwed up. No one makes this play. Wow, with the 5-1. Amazing. I almost took this. Okay. 6-2, double 3. Look, as Marianne said. See, I only know the top play, or I don't even know that because I'm not right. But well, being 2-0 down, that's why it's close. But a normal score, I think you just make the bar and you don't ask questions. But this is because we're 2-0 down, so yeah. Obviously, it can be right to make an inner ball point because it wins more gammons. 5-6, he just came out. That was forced. That was forced. And this was, again, everyone called this correctly. It was a pass. Five, 2, 6, 5. The weak anchor. 5-2. I should have gone to the 14. Oh. Oh. It just looks right and it makes sense. So why are we so keen to, like, everyone would hit and make the 4 point? Well, maybe one way that you can see that making the 4 point is wrong is because it strips the 8 point. But even at this score, it's, not right. And you just want to escape the man. Like when your opponent rolls 6-4 and plays 24, 18, 13, 9, you roll double 4. Someone posted this morning. You just run to the 16 point with both of them. Like, it just makes sense to run. So even though we know it's not right to safety men and you have to realize that the learning arc, it once again becomes right just to play safe. And you only know that by just really understanding or looking forward as to what's going to happen. Just so if I, for fear of harping on too much about this, but if I just do this, like, I'm just going to try and go for, like, just get my checkers out and round, and that's going to win the game. That's my best chance of winning the game. Whereas making the 4 point staying back is just a play that wins more gammons, but certainly doesn't win as many single games. So it's the difference is 62.7 if you make the 4 points to 66.5. And generally, even at lopsided scores, of which this is one, you just want to try and make the play that wins the most games. That's what you're always trying to do. Until you've cubed, and then you try and maximize your gammons, because when you've cubed, the gammons have a lot greater value. So double 5, I should have gone to the 15. And then what do I know? What am I noting from this cube? That we have this in money games. This comes up a lot. Often it can be just a cube, even in a kind of a weakish position, because you've got a few good sequences. And one of these occurred, like 1-4 hit and him fanning. And so when you have, like, a minority of good sequences, you can afford to cube. In money games, because you activate gammons which aren't active because of the Jacobi rule, and in matches at scores where you're trailing, it's very important to get back into the match. So anyway, so this, for me to note here, is that anything that isn't switching is bullshit. Anything that doesn't switch is just, I didn't really know that. but it's sort of obvious that you don't want to leave a shot when you don't need to. Eight, 7, 6, 5. Okay, I just didn't play it right, but my 6-1 play was better. So just playing, this play here is kind of the standard play, and I might have played it in a speed match and made a 0.15 blunder, but just to get the right players, like I did in the matches, all you need to do is count shots and see that actually you probably leave just as many shots when you do this as when you do this, and this leaves 2 blots and a solid position, and this leaves just a, but maybe this is obviously, I don't know what's obvious to people, and this leaves just a disastrous position. But the instinct is so strong not to leave shots in board that when you're playing quickly, it's every chance you're going to make a big blunder there. Should have gone for clearing the bar. Okay, and here we go. Let's have a look at these plays here. So double 3 was close. This was clear with the 4-3, just leaving the shots. I kind of know that. 4-3, it's clear again. Just take the checkers off. And I didn't even consider this 5-1. So the thing with the 5-1 is probably to do with the fact there's only one checker on the 3-point. If you clear the 6-point like I did, I didn't notice this at all. And you start rolling 3s, the 3s are going to come off here. The 2s are okay, the 4s are kind of okay, it's the 3s. So although you really want to clear points, that rule is reversed, or that impetus is reversed, because clearing the point now will give you very bad numbers. Whereas, without being able to visualize the position, so I'll put it on the board, if you just make this play, 3s are fine, but 4s are not so good. 5s are not so good either, but maybe that just shows us that the importance is not to leave internal shots. So yeah, maybe you're going to leave an outside shot if you roll like a 6-4, but if you manage to get away with it, you're going to be fine afterwards. Whereas if you do this, the danger is that you leave an internal shot by having to leave a checker on the exposed on the 22 on the 3-point. But I didn't even I didn't notice that at all. I just did not notice that. Marianne says, taking two checkers off and clearing 6-point is equal, everything else being equal. What, against a 2-point anchor? Yeah, that could be right, but I think it's because if the best to look at the logic is that you leave 3s. Hi, Joel. I think the logic is the bad 3s. So 6-5. I didn't really notice how, and then he lost the backgammon. So he just didn't come out with those, and then I rolled double 2, and before I knew it, it was over. And that was it. I've got time for one more if anyone wants to play. That was quite a short one. Matley versus the ace-point. Well, versus the 8-point, it's completely different. So when you're clearing points against the ace point, you have a lot of you've got to watch out for leaving double shots, which you don't have so much when you're clearing against the 2-point. So if would anyone like to play a 7-pointer. And we're just gonna jungler Andy. I think Andy was in first. No, it's going to be casual. Andy, if you give me just 2 seconds, I'll be back in 2 seconds, and then we'll start. Sorry, Brian. I think Andy got there first. Unless Andy has changed his mind or doesn't want to play casual, then it'd be my pleasure to play you. But I'll be back in 2 minutes. Oh, sorry, my microphone is not. I didn't realize. No one said. Jeez. I was saying all this valuable stuff, and everyone was like, "We don't give a shit." So I was just talking about that he should have been cubing, and now he's got into a strong position, an even stronger position. But the difficulty for me is that I sort of made an improvement myself, which is tempting me to take. And the improvement I made was making the 2 point, and I had these horrible checkers on the 4 and 2. But so the fact is that I'm 8 pips down, and he's only really got 5-1-6-1 as bad numbers. No, that's not true. 5-2. So 5-2, 5-4. Those change things immediately. So the very fact that 5-2 is dodgy, 5-4 is also dodgy. 6-5 is okay. And then, like, I'm looking at the big hole in my position is the hole on the 5 point. So if I manage, let's say he rolls a 2-1 and he hits on the 2 point, and I hit him back, I've still got this big gap. I don't like that. I don't like that. So it's 5-1-6-1, 5-2, 5-4. That's 8 numbers. And then pretty much everything else is. Yeah, 4-1 is not great for him either, but he can just clear the bar. 4-2. He just leaves a bunch of. It's one of those positions where he's going to leave a bunch of fly shots. I really don't have a strong. And understand what Mitchie means now when he says he doesn't have a strong opinion. It just means he doesn't have a fucking clue. Like, on the one hand, it seems very passable, on the one hand, it seems very takeable. So it's confusing. So let's say he rolls 6-3, comes down, I don't hit. He's still got to clear the 16 point. But then again, the detraction in my position is the big gap on the 5 point. Fact is that he should have. Fact is, he should have doubled before, I think. I can still get pointed on eventually. That's the problem. I can still get pointed on, maybe not now, but maybe sometime in the future. Or he hits loose and I lose a bunch of gammons. I mean, my instinct was to pass, so I'm going to go with it. I don't know. What would you do? Double 3 is an easy play. Now that he's made a very strong 5 point, I need to get to the edge of his prime and definitely not leave shots. And double 3 accomplishes all of that, so it's a beautiful roll. Oh god. Jeez, no one tells me. I'm so sorry. So firstly I had the mic off. I was wondering why no one was watching. All right. Okay. Anyway, so I eventually passed this cube. It was a difficult decision. And now he's just rolled a 5-4. I'm on roll. Kind of an even game. I could make the 2 point, which wouldn't strip the 10 and the 8. So I don't think his 4 was suspicious. I mean, he put a checker on the 2 point, so that's for sure. He had a 5-4. I'm not saying it's wrong. I just think that it definitely warrants some sort of suspicion. With the 2-3, he wanted to come up, which is why I pointed out the 5-4, because having a checker on the 2 point makes it a bit difficult for him to want to come up. Anyway, I've got strip points. I can't double. Probably won't be able to double next go either, even though 3-1 is strong. So the question is, does he come out? It's a very natural play to come out and stop the 2 point and make the bar. Doesn't mean it's right though. I think it probably is, just because he's 24 pips up and he can get missed. And now the question for me is, do I live a 3-4-2-5-1-6? And it's not so easy, because if I pick the checker up, then it's going to be difficult for me to make a prime, and maybe even difficult for me to play my checkers safely. So the value in leaving the shot is that I'm able to make the prime and play my checkers safely later. And I think, I'm really leaning towards that idea, because if I just play 7-5, where are my checkers going next time? So I could even play 10-8 or 13-11, but I think that's too many blocks. So I'm gonna play 6-4 without really knowing. I think it's worth the risk to diversify my checkers. So I like Andy's play coming on 22. He's way up. I think he needs to do that. So again, question is, like, as I click, am I going to be able to have a cube next go? It just feels, even if he founds a little bit early, I'm 11 pips down and I'm behind a 4 prime. That's pretty important. And let's say I jump the prime, I still have to not get hit, and he can just come in. So I could roll something that comes out. This is kind of cheating, you see. This is a problem. And then he could just come in and not hit. And then, do I have a double? Does he have a take? Is it a pass? I don't know. But that's unclear. So it just doesn't seem like it can be a double now. He's got no checkers for me to pick up. The score kind of indicates a double a little bit, but not very much. I don't know if it would even be close. This is close to 6-5-3-5, and with game value there, I think so. No, I don't think so. Shouldn't say. I just don't think this is a double. He just come in on the 23 point. Hey, Reese. I mean, he can just come in on the here. This is different. Like, but again, like, if he just comes in on the 23 point, how can this be a double? 2-3, maybe. Okay, maybe I'm wrong, because he has to put a blotting board, and maybe some people will pass this. I couldn't bet my life on this not being a pass, but I think because I can roll a 5, I can afford to maybe double this. Maybe. So the advantage of him having the rotten board is if I roll like a 4-2, it becomes a nice roll because obviously it hits. And him having a rotten board is big. But this is like a very standard position, so it does warrant talking about, and I would like to be able to look at a position like this and be comfortable enough to get it close, get the evaluation close to being right. I'd say the double is small, if at all. I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but what makes me comfortable is the blot on the 3-point, but the other thing that argues for a double or strengthens my position is if he doesn't, let's say I don't hit and he doesn't roll a 6 to come out, he's got some awkward rolls. There's also that if he rolls a 6-5, he's got an awkward 5, so he would play 23-17 and then 7-2, which is ugly. Wow, okay, that's possible because you were right in the last game. You think I missed a cube and this is a pass. I hope not. Anyone else? I think, I mean, okay, 4-5-2-3, the ugly 2-3, but he's right to do that. 5-3. I come up. Five three is not that bad to do what he has to do, which is this. Obviously, I'm winning. Again, this is like similar to the play that I just had, the doubling decision. It's kind of a very standard decision. Should be getting this right, and I really don't know. I really don't know. So if I do make the running play, he's got 1s and 3s to hit and 4s to make the anchor. So his numbers are diversified. Score probably argues in favor of a dynamic play. But then the general rule is in BG, you know, if you've got like an advantage, don't scupper it. Do I want to take another checker off the mid? Not desperately, because I've only got 4 there, so it's not really unloading. Really what I want to do is use these checkers here to hit, because the 6-point for sure is a very heavy point. So I'm just going to run. And then maybe let him hit, see what happens. It's not great. Let him anchor. Okay, maybe this is just by him rolling a 3-1, maybe we can sort of see the danger in doing what we did, and maybe that will make us see that hitting loose with the 6-2 warranted more thoughts. At 5-3 is obvious for him. Again, we've got the same decision. Very similar decision. Again, the value of not being hit seems much clearer, but not again. But here, the value of the hit of the value of not being hit is much clearer, and or getting a second checker sent back. but then you just don't get a chance to improve or get a structure you can get your checkers round with. If I do play 8 to 5, he's got 5s to hit, 4s and 2s to hit as well in board. I don't love that. So I'm just going to do this again without knowing. So 2 plays I just didn't really know. It's funny because the doubling decisions I was confident with, but Marianne thinks that they were wrong. So this is not close to a double. He's 22 pips down. He's definitely thinking. I mean, this is pretty clear to me. He's thinking, well, if I hit now, it's too late. But I mean, so what if you hit? What's the big deal? You're 22 pips down. Okay, so let's see what happens. He does hit. Make the 4 point. He's not as... I would like to step up. Let's say he rolls a 5-1. I would much rather be on the 21 point. But if he does roll a 5-1 and I'm on the 21 point, he could just hit me. So maybe it's just better in all accounts to get a spare off. So yeah, like I was saying, he did hit me. Oh. Okay. Same idea. I've got to like just pray. Okay, and now if I find, yeah, there's some juice in the double. If I come out, I dupe 4s, need us to break the mid, but it's 6-5 as well. If I stay, he's got 3s. Okay, so it seems okay to come out. He would have hit me anyway. Okay, now it's forced. We love forced decisions in backgammon, but we shouldn't. So it's going to be a bit of a... He'll end up, if he ends up gammoning me, a bit of an anticlimax. Because nothing really is happening in this game. It was just a doubling decision and pretty much forced moves. I have to leave him 4s, 3s and 2s. Or 5s. If I hit him loose on the 2 point, I leave him 5s, 2s and 4s. It's the same. And an extra block. However, if I hit, I can make the anchor, no? Isn't that a big deal? So let's say he rolls a 2 without anything that double hits. Like, if he rolls a 3-2 and double hits, I can just roll a 5 and make the anchor. But if he rolls a 2 and I haven't got the... not on the 20 point, I can't make the anchor. And of course he can fan with 4 numbers. Okay. So now I can make the anchor. I mean, unless he just hits me loose. Maybe that's one of the reasons argues against my play. Unless he hits in board. Step out, okay. Why? Yeah. Okay, so now it's only 4s and 2s. And 6-5. Which one should he hit? Well, probably the one on the... Well, now I can just come in and make the... If I roll a 5-1 or a double 1. Hitting on the deuce look right. Now there's a genuine chance of getting missed, so it doesn't seem like there's any sense to hitting. I can, if he doesn't roll a 1 or a 6-3 or a 5-4, there's still quite a lot of shots, but there are still a few that miss. Is there a ban on dancing? Well, buddy, you should cube at the right time. What did he roll? Oh, he's not going to like that. Okay, so now I just make it, right? Because otherwise it's just, it would be pointless to not make it. Five, 3, I think he just stacks them up. Maybe he's just checking. But when he starts to think, it doesn't inspire confidence, I have to say. I don't see why you would want to hit on the ace, but maybe. It's not terrible. So Marianne, I'm still thinking about that cube. 11 pips down. No, I bet you 10 krona. Yes, he wants to hit on the deuce. That's for sure. And maybe it's okay on the ace. Maybe it's okay, but I just don't. I wouldn't even consider it personally. I would just like. I want to get those 2 checkers safe. Okay, he does do that. I want to get those 2 checkers safe. I want to get out, but I can't come up here. Even if I didn't have to rope player 1, I wouldn't come up. I don't think. Just let him play, right? Or not? 4-3 is not immediately obvious. If he does play 24-23, the 3 is unusual, but that doesn't mean anything. How much is 10 krona? Oh, we got a thingy. We got a port. Oh no, we haven't. We're back. It kind of screwed up a minute. Okay, so he does play that. I honestly don't know what is right. What's right there? 3-1. Okay, we could have. So 4s. I mean, like it gets similar-ish to that cube position. I just don't see why. It's not. I mean, it's a lot weaker, obviously, because I'm behind a broken 6 prime, and I still need 4s to come out. Yeah. But I'm a big favourite. Big favourite. What am I going to do if I roll 6-5? 6-4? Do I run? I don't really know how to play the numbers either. Okay. Obviously, it's a great number. If I don't hit, what chances have I got if he makes the 22-point anchor? Like, okay. But if I just hit on the 3-point and he doesn't hit me back, I can just cue him out. Like, that must be worth it, surely. I mean, isn't it the standard play just to hit on the 3-point? 3s and 2s is kind of going to be duplicated. 2s are going to be duplicated. Okay. think this is a double. Wow. Going to be missing millions of doubles. Okay, 5-3. 360 just comes out. It's an easy play, comes out to the 18 point. Save and recube if he doesn't anchor. But what if he does? See, I'm confused because I've got a strong position. But I'm shitloads down in the race. I assume I have to hit. But it leaves... 10 shots, but if I don't hit, he can just get that guy safe, or he can make the 18, I suppose. Yeah, I'm in uncharted territory for sure. Okay, well this is easy. Suddenly it becomes easier because I can just make the prime, and I suppose you're going to tell me I missed a cube and blah blah blah. Yeah, I mean, this isn't clear. Is this a pass? I don't really know. I don't really know. Okay. 2-1. 4-1. Here, I think he should just make the 9 point. I don't know. Don't know. Do you want to get the checker off the 20 point? Can make the 2 point on his head. Be a funny play. I mean, this seems so natural. But ugly as well. 3s and 1s are duplicated. 5-3, so he should hit, and I don't know about the 5. Maybe step out from the back. Four, and I think I'm happy to anchor. I think with like all his checkers on the 9 and the 8 point, it's probably too big to... Here should just play 28. Oh no, he can't because he gets hit with 6s. Yeah, this. Okay, I didn't see this. This is an easy play, I think. So this has definitely been a much harder match than the other one. I've used a lot of time. Assume I have to hit. And just go to the 6 point. Or, I don't know. All these decisions. So again, another standard one. And I think he wants to come in on the 20 point, but it's dangerous. And he has to play 9 to 8. It just makes my numbers a lot better as well. So I'm not 100% sure about that. Now, I can make the 3 point. I hope he doesn't escape. But the likelihood is that he will escape, and the race is quite close, so maybe it's just not so good to get hit. I just play over the top like that. Move into a kind of a semi-losing game. No real need to make the points now because he doesn't need to leave me a shot. Yeah. So if the race was 4 pips, well, I was about to say if the race was closer, I would play checkers from the 20 point to the 18, but maybe I need to anyway because I don't have enough time. $12. It does make it a lot easier for him, but I'm 3-1 up. This could be bad and needs a lot more thought, but yeah. So I went into a kind of a losing race there with that play, and just lucked out with this. But you know, I'm only 8 pips up, even after double 5, so that's suspicious, even if it was the right play. Two down. Maybe that. I don't know. Have to bring a man in. Did not like stepping up to the 18. Yeah, I think so. So 7 pips, kind of a normal race. It's a pretty standard take, I think. Not going to take too long over it. Sort of easy-ish positions to analyze. Well, that was the structures were pretty okay for both of us, so didn't need to make too many adjustments. Yo! I think I would. What would I do? Well, it was with the double 2. I just didn't. The alternative wasn't good. That's the difficulty with backgammon, is when you have a play for where the alternative isn't great. Another 2-1. Two off would be nice. Another 2-1. Okay. 5-2. I think 6-4 is pretty standard here. But 4 away, 4 away. Hoping for a rubbish entry from him. So even that is I can live with because he doesn't hit back. And this is a very standard play. Now you do make the 4. You can't escape. Yeah, I mean, responding to Brian, I mean, it's difficult because even if you do spot something rubbish in the play you make, if the other ones also, you can't see any value in that, it makes it difficult to decide between the two. Yeah. 6-5 is just going to come out and cover, I suppose. Have to cover. can't really play down with the set with the six. So I mean, yeah, backgammon is a game of elimination. That's how we play. Humans play. I don't know about the computer. Doesn't play like that, but Ken, he's thinking about doubling. I mean, I call BS on this double. No, 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 no. Why would this? What? Again, he's so similar to the position he doubled in the previous game. No, it was the one game where it was 6 away, and I had a man on the bar. Obviously, he sees value in hitting. Maybe he wants to hit twice. Maybe he should. So this is a really well. It's an interesting score because he has a very high take point. So worry about that when we get there. Obviously, I'm going to hit. I'm going to come up. Accomplishes two good things. Now he probably has to safety the man. He just doesn't want to get hit. I don't believe too much in, it's a chess, sort of a chess expression they use when I watch their streams, in making the 23 point, because it's okay, but I don't think he wants to get hit, so I think it's too big. He obviously wants to, yeah, he wants to leave it out there. He could be okay. It looks pretty strong actually, so I'm not sure. 1, 2, 3, and I think just out, because the way I'm going to win this game is by bringing my checkers out. So I've got to be on the alert for cubing. Probably not now. Double 4 is amazing, but difficult to play. So going by inexorable logic, like I don't really want to. I'd love to make the 5 point, but why? Do I want to get hit? No, not really. I just want to get to a position where either I'm just playing on and I'm not good enough, just playing on, or I have to eventually leave a shot, or maybe something happens and he has to leave the anchors or something, and I can have a cube, and his take point is very high. It's like 32%. If I just make the 5 and he hits, I don't think it's good. Surely this is sensible. Well, going back to his 2-1, maybe it was sensible to do what he did. So winning chances here for me are like nowhere near the 65 or whatever I need to recube. And I've got so many gammons as well. So it makes sense to wait, and now I'm regretting my double 4 already. It's not too bad, but what's this? Yeah, I've got like one of these weak gammonish positions. But he's also got some gammons as well. So maybe if I was to double erroneously, I'm not going to double, but let's say I did, I'd kill his gammons as well as mine, which would probably make it less of a mistake than it otherwise would be. Is that right? I don't know. Again, it's really difficult position, but yeah, probably not dabbling. So one play is just to get that guy off the 5 point. I don't really want him there, but then we burn a checker. If I hit, I have to go to the 6 point to play safe, and that's nasty. I don't see any other play. If I could double hit, I would. And making the bar just leaves ones, which doesn't seem right. I mean, I'm in a winning position, so why would I want to give it up? So I think I'm just going to leave 5-1, 4-1, 2-1, double one. Double three is not going to hit because it's blocked. God, Angie must be having so much fun. No, 6-4 wasn't down. I'm starting to lose faith in you, Marianne. No, another 10 kroner. Why would you leave so many shots? But could be right to make that. I mean, it could be right to make the bar. Wow, the longer I take. I'm going to do this. I don't know. Don't love it. It just comes back in. I kind of give him more timing. He does that. Okay, we're in the same spot we were. Okay, so, but it just seems like I want to just play safe. Isn't being safe good? Okay, yeah, make the board. Fours are forced. Fours are forced. Yeah. Making the bar. Yeah, maybe making the bar was right. I don't know. Difficult. 4-1 is amazing. Well. Yeah, okay, it is pretty good because now sixes are killed. So he's got like a very well timed game, and that just means it makes my recube decision easy for the moment. So it's not as okay. This is forced. The 4 is forced, and then I'm not going to leave a shot, so I'm going to play 8-5. Still don't see why I would leave a shot, so. And now he has to give up something. Okay, he immediately does that. Maybe this is completely obvious. And now I still think I have like 60 something, and all these gammons, it would be completely wrong to recube. So I'm going to play this because now I want the mad checker on the 5 point to play a 4 with. And I still don't think it's a cube, but after doing that, is that necessary? Could have stayed there with one, but maybe it's equally bad. Okay, but now, I didn't foresee this, but now, so if I've got more than, if 68, he's got less than 32, he has to pass. That's one thing. And I don't think it's too good. 6-2 is bad. 5-4. Probably takeable. I don't know. These are difficult because obviously the great majority of times when your opponent's only got two checkers in your home board, it's like you're a massive favourite. Okay, I've got 19 seconds. I don't know. What's he gonna do? Okay, he just passes. What does Marianne say? Three one, 3-4. He can keep this. I think he's he's taking his time, so obviously he's going to ace 5. Just this maybe. Brian would wait. What, you thought it was not a double yet? Or you thought it was too good? Watch the clock. 6-1 is going to hit, I think. A6 just comes in and out. Aces. Just this. Aces. Okay. Even after the hit in ace 5, just it shows the power of making the bar there. Stuff. 6-1 is easy enough. 6-2, he should run. 5-2, I don't know what I should do. Honestly, don't know. I don't want to get hit on the edge of the prime. Assume he's going to hit. Four-way, two-way. Okay, so what did he do there? He didn't hit. Nice. No, I don't know. I mean, 2-point, but weak. Okay, so he slots the 4. It's not great. 6-5. I just play safe. Now he's a favourite again. Fuck no. I have to come here. Pretty ugly. So he covers. I have to cover. I'm only 8 pips down. Okay, he's gonna hit. Definitely get gammoned. Probably making the ace. Yeah. Oh god, have I played a stinker? Have I played a stinker? Okay, football's on. What's that? 4-3. 4-3 comes out now. Well, he would have picked and passed anyway. Yeah, maybe he should hit. Should he hit? Fan with 9 numbers. It's got to be okay. He's got so much time. Yeah, just think. Did I fan? Probably going to save it, but I want to watch the fucking football. Probably still going to save it. Yeah, 2 crossovers. Probably still going to save it. 3. Probably not going to save it. Okay. Have I played a stinker? An absolute stinky stinker? A Rika? Okay, split. Yep. Yep. Forgot to double. Okay. Make the 10. That's a good roll. Maybe get the checker off. 10 points still valuable, so not desperate to make the 5. Don't know what he should do here. If he could play a 5 other than 11-6, then probably I would hit, but... Oh, he can. He can just come out, so he should play it. I see what you're doing, Marianne. You're trying to buy yourself out of your certainty, but we still got our bets on. I got me Scandi fans. So what? Yeah, he came out and hit. I think that was right because you know, because you know he managed to do something good with the checker on the 21 point. Yeah, it's chilly here. I've got me Scandi fans. Anyway. Okay, just make 2 points. He'll fan, of course. 16 seconds. I think I have to come up. Maybe I shouldn't have done. Don't see why he needs to play big here. Just gives no reason to give me a 6-4. So he should just play 6-5 and a 6-3. So if I roll a 2-6, what's it? Yeah. Okay. Now I have to do that. Now he doesn't have to make the 3 point, but it seems right. There was a play like this in the Las Vegas thing where Matt Congar said it was a 5-3 actually, that the guy shouldn't make the 3 point. And it was difficult because on like closer look, it seemed like you shouldn't, but the instinct was right, and the instinct was to make the 3 point. So the problem is if he doesn't make the 3 point here, I can just run. Maybe it's just so strong for me to be on the bar. For him. Ten. Are you guys, Brian? Are you all sweet? Okay. So when he doesn't hit, I would have fanned, but this doesn't damage my position. Oh fuck! Doesn't damage my position too much to have to play that. Obviously, double 5 is. I mean, why is he thinking? So I just have to rely on rolling an ace. What's he? What? Okay. there's going to be tiny differences between these decisions because I've got an open 2 point and my 6 point. So whether or not he clears or not is really. I mean, okay, fine, get the right play, that's fine, but it's not going to be a big difference. So that was the detraction of him clearing the bar was me rolling the 1-6, but it's funny because this double 5 worked out in his favor because now I had to play 6-1 with the last 5 when I rolled. I came in with like 2-5 or something, which was a bummer. Which was certainly a bummer. Okay. I don't think I can leave it there, but 6, 4. I think I gotta come out. I gotta come out. Okay, he's got one on the ace as well, and he doesn't cover. So obviously I hit. That's a good shot, but I can still come in. I can still come in and hit. He's only got 3 off, so if he fans like so, you see, easy peasy. 90% favorite. What's his? He's got a gap as well. Comes in with a 6. He's still. Okay, I think I can afford to play 4-1. He's got a gap. But this could have been a stinker. So Poland are 330-1 to win the World Cup. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's the right price. Who knows? Thanks, Andy. Thank you. All right, have a quick look through the match. Oh, played it slow. I'm going to play a stinker. Yeah. Way off. Six, 3. 5-2 was slightly wrong. So he missed a double there. Seemed a long time ago. And then this cube. And how big, like, I took ages over this, but let's see. It's quite a big pass. Okay. I must have missed those cubes. Must have missed those cubes. So then we went on to here. 6-5. 3-1. 2-1 was right. Oh dear. So 117 cube here. I'm not even going to talk about. That's disappointing. 70. Okay, all right. Completely don't understand anything of backgammon at all. Okay, at least I was. Yeah. Okay. It probably is. It's probably even that's probably a pass on thingy. Whatever. Okay. My 4-3. Don't understand that either. His double was wrong. Oh, we're gonna have some fun with the. What's this? Okay. Shouldn't have hit. I haven't got time to. and should have hit. So I shouldn't have hit and I should have hit. What's that? Oh! And then where I just made the anchor immediately, I should have hit. I don't get that at all. This 4-3 was wrong. Shit. I should have doubled this as well. Not only is my 4-3 wrong. Way too much reliance on the pip count, so that's a huge... Oh my god. Missed a big one here as well. Just too much reliance on the pip count, but okay. And then doubling it too good. Yep, pretty much. Okay. Any good news in this match? Should have made the 3. Double 2, I suppose there's no alternative, but you know, not gonna get that wrong there. Just gonna go round to easy to see when someone else makes mistakes. You got my double 4 right? That's good news. Two down was right. Oh my god. Oh no. She's right. Yeah, okay. She hasn't made the 3-point. 13, 12, 8, 6 was better. Okay. And this cube action. So another thing I didn't know, but I'm going to end up getting this cube action right just because... I made the wrong play with it. It was too good. So he doesn't have enough to take because he's got 31.3%. And I don't leave any shots, I suppose, which is why. Bullshit. Okay, fine. This was the last game? No. Should have run. Okay, fine. That's I'm okay with. I saw that play with the 5-2. That's fine. There's a lot of stuff that... Okay, that 5-2 is fine. I can understand that. Don't know what was right at my 4-3. Fine. Yeah, it was correct. Double 2 is right. 1. Should have made the 5. Okay, not a big mistake. Okay. Yeah, now I sort of see that double 1. I mean, everyone obviously makes the 5-point, and so the 4-2, yeah, just... Oh, right, okay, you can hit loose, but so maybe just leaving shots is too big. I didn't even see that. He made the right play with double 5. Oh, I guess he's got to come out. Okay, I didn't see that either. Too busy talking nonsense. Okay. I don't know why. I feel quite alert at the moment, and I just didn't really consider playing 3-2 when it's like DMP. And why am I lifting? My instinct was to lift, so I just went with it. But okay. It's weird. It's a lot of weird stuff. Oh, right, okay, the 5-3. Just take 2 men off. I always make that mistake. Thanks, Marianne, for being right. Especially with the 6-4, that's impressive. I hope you didn't check it. But no, it makes sense because I had a blot on the 22. Okay, I'm going to watch football, so thanks everyone for watching, and I'm glad the stream's working again, finally. Bye.